Tomorrow, the Supreme Court will hear appeals from two Florida men sentenced to life without parole. One was 13 when he raped an elderly woman. The other was 16 when he took part in an armed robbery. An estimated 2,500 juvenile offenders nationwide are serving similar sentences, 109 of them for non-capital crimes. Of those, 77 are serving in Florida. For more perspective on the Supreme Court case, we are joined in Denver by CBS News legal analyst Andrew Cohen. Andrew, good evening to you.
Good evening.
First up, what are the constitutional issues at stake here?
Well, the issue is whether or not life sentences without parole for these young people who are convicted and sentenced before they're 18 violates the cruel and unusual punishment clause of the Eighth Amendment to the Constitution. Florida says no, it doesn't. These two men say yes, it does, that because people are unformed mentally, intellectually, emotionally before 18, that there ought to be a little bit more leeway, at least some sort of ability for parole.
Andrew, when you look at the current makeup of the Supreme Court, does it give you any indication as to which way this case will play out?
You know, it really doesn't, Russ. That's a great question. 4 years ago, the U.S. Supreme Court outlawed capital punishment for juvenile offenders. The 5 justices who did it, 4 are still on the court. The one who isn't is David Souter. He's been replaced by the newest justice, Sotomayor. So the question is she going to join that 4-member coalition and perhaps extend a little bit further protections for juvenile offenders, or is she going to side with the more conservative side of the court and say, no, death penalty is different, this is life sentence, and we're going to sort of keep the line here. So it's going to be a 5-4 decision either way. We just don't know which way.
I see. We know for economic reasons a number of states are actually releasing prisoners to save money. Is that an argument that the petitioners could use in this particular case?
I don't think so, Russ, but I think that's sort of the undertone here to this whole case. You have the Florida Attorney General telling the U.S. Supreme Court in these briefs, look, we have to keep these kids locked away without parole. They've committed crimes, usually multiple crimes, and they deserve to pay. And then you have the Florida legislature, on the other hand, since these cases have been filed, telling the Bureau of Prisons there, look, we got to release some people. It's just too expensive.
CBS News legal analyst Andrew Cohen. As always, thank you so much for your insight.